guys got fat while everybody starved on the street. It's my turn.
Yo. Yeah, my headphones is off and all that shit. Yo, what's poppin'? Happy Sunday. Yo, Blaze, what's the word? What's the word, my guy? Do this real quick. Ba. Oh wow, this shit kind of throws me off. Oh, he commented on the other one, on the vertical one. Alright, we macking, we chilling. We scroll up. Let me scroll up. Might take a little while. I gotta clean this tray. Jeez, gotta clean that tray. At work feeling like shit. Damn, my nigga. What you mean? You got a cold or something? I know exactly how you feel, bro. Let's say it was like 2 weeks ago. I had a bad lung infection, right? Bad lung infection, bro. Couldn't even sleep, coughing. Asthma was activating. Then as soon as I get better from the lung infection, the chest congestion, my nose started getting stuffed up. So I had to deal with my nose stuffed up for like a week. That was the worst 2 weeks of my life, kid. Worst 2 weeks. But that's we be going to people's apartments back and forth. You don't know who's sick. And it's crazy. Before I started feeling sick, I went to some lady's crib. She opened the door and she told me that she didn't want to let nobody in the crib because everybody in the apartment had the flu. So maybe in that interaction of me talking to her, she passed the germs to me. But that's the worst feeling, bro. I feel you. Yeah, that shit fucking sucks. But we gotta grind. Hell yeah, gotta grind. And you know what? I I don't. It's gonna sound messed up, but when people usually tell me they sick or something like that, people usually tell them, "Oh, drink this, drink that, you feel better." I tend to stay away from that because, like, you're a grown ass person. Who am I to tell you what to drink to make you feel good? So I don't want to sound insensitive, but take your meds and get your rest. I just hate telling people what to do. Like, oh, you got to drink this type of tea. You got to get this type of medicine. Like, yeah, that's just me. That's just me. Shout out to everybody coming in. I'm here for a little while. I'm trying to roll up real quick. Should have had a blunt roll, but had to get the kids breakfast. Had to get some toothpaste. My lady, her stomach messed up. It's in obvious, right? Yeah, like I don't know, maybe because I don't like people telling me that shit. I guess I'm projecting it, but it's like, man, you're a grown ass man. I'm gonna tell you what to drink to make you feel good. The most I can say is, yeah, hope you feel better. But I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Like, yo, you gotta get two garlic cloves, smash them up, mix it with ginger and all that. Nigga, I ain't no fucking doctor. I'm just saying. All right, let me go to the other stream because that's on the vertical. It's on this one, I believe. How come I didn't see that comment up here? That's weird. It's like YouTube don't show all the comments. Who is that? Half. What's popping, Half? I don't know for what reason I can't see your comment over here on the stream, y'all, but I see you. I'm gonna go to the Horizontal joint. All right, copy, copy. There you go. Taking care of your kids. God bless you. Keep on. Half. We gotta keep doing it, bro. If we don't do it, who gonna do it for us? You know? I appreciate you stopping by though, Half. You can like, you can subscribe, you can sit here and talk some mess. This channel really doesn't have a directive or a direction. I just come, pop on the stream, talk what I talk. If somebody wants to interact, drop in the topic, then it's all open for conversation. But yeah, man. I was sick for 2 weeks. That was the worst. Having chest congestions and sinus congestions and being asthmatic at the same time, bro. It ain't nothing. The worst feeling in the world I can say is not being able to breathe. To me, that's the worst feeling I've ever experienced. I remember one time I was so sick. I was so sick, bro. I think I think it was pneumonia because I couldn't breathe. It was the middle of the night. I went to the bathroom and I looked at the mirror. My lips were damn near turning blue. That's how bad I couldn't breathe. The worst feeling in the world is when you can't breathe. Bro, that motherfucker McQueen bombed Harry last night. And yo, Blaze. Some people deserve that shit, Blaze, but nah, I can't be the dude to. No, I don't know. That's weird, bro. Jackson, Jackson Blair was popping. It's crazy that you have a football symbol because I was gonna say that name sounds like a football player name. But damn, you see, McQueen a cool person, but I don't know. See, I got some people they're comfortable. They'll let anybody on their panel. They'll try to be everybody's friend, but I can't do that, bro. If you're not consistently rocking with me, I can't just let anybody on my panel, bro. Like I can't do that. I'm like so antisocial, bro. If I don't fuck with you, if I don't know you, your ass staying in that comment section. As much as me and Harry go at it, I wouldn't do that to him. Nah, I wouldn't even do that either, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't know Harry from a hole in the wall. I had a misconception about Harry listening to other people, but I've been in live streams with Harry where I guess his cool side came out. I was judging him off his bad side, but when I seen the cool side of Harry, I'm like, all right, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, everybody ain't cool. He's my fake player, Justin Jefferson. Okay, okay, man. I put some bets up today on of DraftKings. Where my phone at? I don't even know where my phone at. I should get on DraftKings on my PC. But yeah, I got three anytime touchdown players. I don't know if anybody here likes sports betting and shit. I like sports betting. Oh, I don't love it, but I like it. Who I got for anytime touchdowns? Obviously, Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Kyren Williams, anytime touchdown, and Beijing Robinson, anytime touchdown. That's who I got today. The odds is positive 353. So if anybody want to get on that, it pays good. Pays real good. Black National, yeah. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. I had um I had took wrenches off people. well, damn near everybody I took renters off of because I'm trying to do something different on this YouTube shit. I can only give renters to people who are active on this channel, who come by every so often. Because what I got moderators for, and they're not here to moderate for me. You feel me? So I'm switching it up. If you're an active participant, then you get modded and shit. You know, I'm definitely not being that dude in 2026. People pleasing, giving out rents just to make people feel happy and shit. Them days are over. You rocking with me, you rocking with me. Those are the motherfuckers that get that shit. Now I feel you. I just had to wipe everybody off. So whoever come in, they get that shit. You rock with me every damn almost every day, Black National. Blaze, I just met Blaze. And he showed more love than niggas I know for like over 5 years. So he definitely gotta get one. You know, that's the way I roll. Respect shown, respect given. You feel me? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you got that shit. Blaze, appreciate that. And I gotta get my get back too. I'm gonna wait till you get on. Money 420 and Summer. Money 420 and Summer, because Money 420 is a channel member. Black National is a channel member. Matter of fact, 2026, I'm showing love to niggas who genuinely show love back to me. I'm an antisocial motherfucker. I don't get along with everybody, and I don't care to get along with everybody. But if you show me respect, I have no choice but to show you respect too. And that's the wave I'm on 2026. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. You talk shit about me, I most likely won't talk shit about you. I'll just get the free promo of you talking about me, and that's how it's gonna be. I got plans, good plans for this channel. I got plans for the people that rock with me. I'm trying to get some merch. I'm working on some shirt designs. You feel me? For my channel. So let's see how it go. In a perfect world, I would like to whoever's like a channel member, just for being a channel member, I wanna send them a shirt, shit like that. But some people don't like giving out the address, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But let's see. Hey, food stamps. Nah, I'm at home today, but it ain't crazy how I met you. All that for yeah, shit, bro. Blaze, I just honestly from that group right there, and it's funny because I met half of that group through Steven. I knew Steven first for a while already. I had got Summer just popped up on my shit randomly. Like I don't know how long ago. Then I subscribed to Summer. Then Steven brought me around Last Easy, the TPP crew and all that shit. Then I see Summer there. I was like, oh shit, Summer know these people. That's how I got into mix with everybody else. So I just recently met all these people. Like all of them. The 420s, Christine. Um, yeah, I just met them not that long ago through Steven and shit. But yeah, it'd be like that though. That's how you network and shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I just met these people. The only one that all right. Um. So yeah, I met someone outside of this group. I met Easy a while ago. A while ago through when he was dealing with Eli and them. I thought Easy was cool. I ain't gonna front. When I first met him, I thought it was cool. Then I stepped away. Like I stopped chilling with people for like a couple of months because I had my own shit going on. Then I started coming back around, and then that whole beef with Easy came up and all that other shit. Then I felt like I'm caught in the middle because I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Blaze, you play Fortnite? Now I hope you don't play Fortnite. I know I'm gonna get in trouble from YouTube, but they might not monetize this live stream. But it's Sunday. I'll get two shits right now. But yeah, I just met all these people. I just met all these people. I notice a lot of, well, not notice through my observations. I see how some people they don't be liking my delivery sometimes. Bubbles, see Bubbles, Bubbles from the hood though. Bubbles automatically get that rent. She from the hood. Bubbles, I met through. I don't even know how I met Bubbles. Bubbles just, I know she's from that side, but Bubbles just came on my page one day, and then I think she joined my stream and was chopping it up. Barbara, that's her name, Barbara. Yo, Bubbles, I appreciate you stopping by. Yo, give me some likes, drop some likes. I need YouTube to like me. YouTube be treating me like a redheaded stepchild and shit like that. Yeah, I wish StreamYard would show all the comments. Cause I got StreamYard here, YouTube here, and they don't be showing everything. I don't know. Participants. I'm trying to go to all comments. Oh, live stream. There you go, live comments. There we go. Black National. That's what's up. Keep grinding. Yeah, Black National. I forgot where I met you from, Black National. It was somebody's stream. I don't know if it was like an auditor stream or what it was. Barbara, do you prefer bubbles? Oh man. So after that whole, I think yeah, you was there, Blaze. We was chopping it up with Summer over there in that stream, talking about this whole Maduro bullshit. Let me take this off. One of my boys had made a good point. He said that obviously a lot of people think that China and Russia are gonna put their put their 2 cents into the situation. And my boy had made a good point. He was like that why would China and Russia get involved now when the person they were in cahoots with is no longer there? So what would be their purpose at this point to try to help Venezuela? Like it would be it would be a dead cause and shit like that. And he also said that the Venezuelans didn't want Russia or China there in the first place. That's why they're so happy that homeboy's out the country, whatever. So, you know, if China and Russia was to retaliate or do something, like the Venezuelan people would not agree with it anyway. And then when he said that shit, I was like, shit it makes a good point. Why would Russia or China start a war when their boy is not even there anymore? Like, who are they gonna fight for? So I don't know. I'm gonna pull up on the stream real quick. All right, bet. Be right back. I gotta take my dog out. Facts. Yo, just take off the leash and open the door. If he comes back, he comes back. Nah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Some dogs, when you take them off that leash, boy, take the dog off the leash, that motherfucker, you won't get him back. You won't get him back. I got the Blaze.
Yo.
Blaze was popping.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, I just wanted to pull up on the panel rather than type it all about that topic. But yeah, I was hearing all that shit with y'all yesterday when y'all was talking about it, and I'm like, at first it was pissing me off because they wasn't really giving you the chance to finish what you was trying to say and shit, and they just kept going off of little pieces what you were saying and then responding.
Yeah.
But
They
I
were hearing.
definitely feel your point of views, right? I'm not saying I'm against any of it. I feel
Yeah.
everything you said, bro, because that's what I feel too. But like yesterday, right? So like that night, right? It was like 3 in the morning when Steven first popped the video of the whole shit,
Yeah.
and we was all like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is going on?" Blah blah blah. So then I ended up going to sleep. It was like 3 4 in the morning for me, and then I woke up the next morning. These niggas were still on it, like talking about it. So then I'm like, "Damn, these niggas still going up, talking about it." So then like I was listening. Then Summer came in and whoever came in, and they're like, "Oh, you see, fucking Trump, what is he doing? Blase, blase, blah." I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand what his agenda is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything he's doing, every chess move he's making is to better our country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand y'all point of view of like, oh, why is he going out there and starting all this shit? It's not him starting it. This is all shit that Trump told. Like before Trump did that to Maduro, he told him before, like, yo, either you stop the drug trafficking and all that shit, or we're gonna come
Hmm.
get your ass.
And that's the point, though. Like, if I give you a warning, right?
Yeah,
Because this is how it happened. They gave homeboy a warning, and then they left him alone a little bit to let him think about it.
yeah,
And when they seen homeboy wasn't making a move, that's when they did what they had to do.
yeah,
Now, like I said yesterday, what he did wasn't nothing wrong because now he has now he has another ally country. Now let's be
yeah,
for real. Let's
hell
be for real. It's nothing wrong with that. Having another ally country, maybe you put a little military base over there, which is gonna help us. Let's be for real.
yeah,
And as for the oil, a lot of people were saying that we went over there for the oil. We definitely didn't go over there for the oil because we make the top notch oil in the world. We make the most oil in the world. You feel me? Second to us is Saudi Arabia. So we really don't need their oil. Now, what we can do is help them produce their oil. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? But to say like we over there for like besides oil or anything, coffee, Venezuela doesn't really provide anything for us other than other than like other than like an ally or somewhere we could put a military base.
my bad.
But like it's all good. Like oil, we don't need that oil, bro.
Yeah, that's
We don't
facts.
need that oil. The only thing coffee. They make good
Yeah,
coffee. But besides that, what does Venezuela offer us? Maybe another location where we can build another a port to help us with shipping because the
yeah,
Panama Canal, we already know how the Panama Canal is.
yep.
But I don't think what we're doing is bad.
But what a lot of these people are failing to understand too. Remember, I don't know if you know, but Venezuela was our ally until that Hugo Chavez nigga and
Hmm.
them they all fucked it up. So uh, Hugo Chavez fucked it up, and then this dude Maduro. I don't know if the people know too. Like before Maduro became the president, he lost the elections. And
Yeah,
once Hugo Chavez got out of office,
he
him and his
started all
wife
that.
manipulated the presidency for Maduro to take spot.
Yep.
So a lot of people's not understanding that either.
Trust me, like I used to work like how am I say this? Besides like watching it on the news and the TV, actually hearing it from the people that it directly affects, like speaking one on one to them, is like it's like the information is pure. The information is like as real as it gets because the TV is gonna fluff it up. The TV is gonna make it seem what it's not. But I used to work with mad Venezuelan people. and they used to like the stories they used to tell me. Now I'm not trying to say what they went through is worse than what other people go through.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not here to compare traumas or whatever. But the shit that they tell me about that dude, bro, trust me, it's a good thing he's not there no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not a good thing. But to go directly off what the TV's telling you, that's number one rule. You don't do that. Find somebody from the country. Speak to them directly and get the inside scoop. Because
Yeah,
they the
the
ones that's
inside,
really
yeah.
gonna tell you. They the ones that's gonna tell you. Now people might say, oh, but they're here in the United States. It's true. But I'm pretty sure they got a whole family in Venezuela they keep in
Yeah, but why
contact
did
with.
they leave Venezuela, you know?
Exactly. The same reason why our grandparents and great grandparents left their country to come to America.
Yeah.
That's messed up for, that's really spoiled for any one of us to say, like, being sensitive to what's going on over there when our grandparents probably left the same situations. And this is the reason why we're here now, is
Yeah,
because
yeah.
our grandparents. So, because, some people were saying some really fucked up remarks about the situation. And, I had to keep my mouth closed because the first thing I wanted to say is, oh, it's fuck the people of Venezuela, but how'd you get here in this country?
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
sure you came here as an immigrant. So
yeah. And
then,
I know you respect people's opinions too, so
yeah, I try to, cause I got the inner asshole, cause the inner asshole would have been like, oh, so if you saying fuck them, then fuck your grandparents. Then I'm allowed to say fuck your grandparents.
yeah, yeah.
I'm using, cause sometimes I like to use other people's logic against them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you're born here, I'm pretty sure 90% chance you're an immigrant or your parents are immigrant. So for you to judge what another country is doing, like saying, "Oh, all those Venezuelans and all those immigrants came here through the border and they fucking up America." Like, yeah, but again, your grandparents came here the same way as an immigrant,
Yeah.
trying to live for a better life. So who are you to judge them? And if you're judging them, you call it judging your grandparents for wanting that same dream. Now I get it, because then you know what they're gonna say to me, Blaze? Oh, but they were over here committing crimes yeah, I get it. A small few mess it up for the rest of them.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
ones that actually came here to work and bust their ass, like I don't blame them.
Hell yeah.
I don't blame them.
See, like I agree with Summer yesterday. What she said was she's for the people, right? I
Yeah,
agree with that. I'm for the people too, but at the same time, I'm for doing this shit the right way. Like, let's take Venezuela out of the equation, right? Let's talk about the Mexicans. Where I live at right now, bro. You know how many illegal Mexicans live here,
hell yeah,
bro? The number is very very high here where I live in Kansas, bro. It's high. Like motherfuckers got fake social securities.
yeah,
Motherfuckers got fake ID. Like their name is not the real name, bro. It's crazy, and it's like, bro, yeah. If one motherfucker gets caught up, and then like a lot of his family gets sent back with him, it sucks, yeah, because that one individual fucked it up for everybody. But bro, we gotta do this shit the right way.
yeah,
If you want to come here, cool, but do this shit right.
yeah. That's a
You know
fact.
what I'm saying?
And I'm all for anybody coming here, but I also encourage that too. If you're gonna come here, do what you
Do
gotta
this
do.
shit right, bro, and be clean. Don't have a criminal history and
Yeah,
drugs or
but
SAing kids or
but
shit like that.
you can't even say that too, Blaze, because a motherfucker can have a criminal history, but again, who's to say he's not trying to change, bro?
Yeah, yeah, and that's
You
another thing.
know?
There's some people that do want to change.
Yeah, so I can't really say, oh, he's a criminal, get him out of here, because maybe, yeah, he was a criminal, but you know, I can't be an asshole. You know, I've committed crimes before. I've got
Yeah.
arrested. So who am I to say, get the criminals out of here when I got a fucking when you can look me up?
Well, when I say crimes like that, I mean like shit that have to do with the kids and
Oh yeah, no, no,
like
no. Obviously, hell yeah, them
yeah.
keep sending the motherfuckers back.
I don't mean like a petty ass, oh, this nigga got hella history of robbing people, or this nigga got hella history of fucking setting a fire. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's cool. Whatever. Maybe he want to change from that. But when it has to involve a kid and his
Yeah,
life
that's
getting
obvious.
fucked
That's
up, like,
obvious.
I don't
Yeah.
fuck with that.
That's obvious. That's a big no. But motherfucker got a ticket a couple of times, public intoxication.
Yeah, like that shit
Yo,
cool. Let him in.
like,
Fuck it.
and Blaze, what I would say these people, because I'm involved with myself, because I come from immigrants. What they usually do is they come here, make the money, either send it back to their family, which is good, or take the money and build themselves a nice house over there. So guess what? They could ultimately go back. There's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that either.
yeah. You know?
And come on, bro. I don't know.
I
It's
agree
like
with that.
I get it. It's a touchy subject because we talking about immigrants per se, but what the hell is she doing?
Yeah. But
Oh, she's
some people too, they don't take the time to understand what we really mean when we say certain things. They just see it as us being insensitive, and it's not even that. It's about us just being straightforward and keeping shit a buck.
yeah. I don't gotta
You know,
sugarcoat what I have to say. Some people,
bro,
correct.
like my fucking like. All right, so my parents are born in the U.S., but my grandparents on both sides they were born in Puerto Rico. They came here. Why? Because the benefits are better. You know what I'm saying? So like, damn, I forgot where I was going with it, but you know what I'm saying? But like, if they came in here illegally and they had to go back, I'm sorry, you got to go back. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
there's nothing wrong with that either.
Like, if you came in here illegally and you have crimes or doing certain type of crimes that the U.S. is not fucking with it, sorry, you got to go back and try to do this shit the right way.
That's a fact.
Love y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Do the shit the right way, and then if you get back in, you get back in.
Shit, my oldest brother. My oldest brother was an immigrant. I remember when I was little, and I think he was like around 13. And I remember him having to study for the test and shit. And that whole experience was like, oh shit, my brother's an immigrant. I was born. He was born there. He was born over there. Then came over here. Then me and my sister was born after. But yeah, my oldest brother immigrant. Imagine me talking shit about immigrants and my brother's an immigrant.
Yeah, right.
They'd be like, mad. That'd be kind of mad and sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh, send them all back. Send them all back. Then my brother walk in the room, right? But it's a touchy topic, but I try to see shit minus what the TV's telling me. I'm a very strong person of not get my information directly from the TV. Trust me. And there's many ways of getting it directly from the source where it's not interfered with. Let's say the rules of YouTube. The censorship of YouTube. There's certain sites where people are actually live without censorship, and you can actually see the shit going on. Meaning, like,
Mhm.
what app is this? It's not an app. It's a website. I think I don't know if it's called Monkey, where you're on one side of the screen and then somebody random pops up on the other side,
Yeah.
and if like press forward and somebody else random. But there's this one website where you can actually pick the country where you want to interact with. So I'm pretty sure if you interact, you go Venezuela. Everybody on that app is going to be either talking about what's going on there, and 99% of them people
Yep.
happy with the situation. But I say, to go to a source like that directly because you're actually interacting with the people instead of, you know, maybe a pre-recorded video, or you get information from a news channel that's probably censored and can't really show you everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? Because I'm pretty sure, like, I seen some shit where they were saying there's a lot of people who are for him being taken away, and then there's a small group of Maduro sympathizers where they saying that he was doing a good job over there and all that other shit. Which I don't see how.
Yeah.
It's
I
kind of
mean,
weird.
and every like there's always gonna be something like that, you know what I'm saying? But it don't matter what country it is.
Yeah, but if you see what was happening with Venezuela when Biden was president, there was a mass. Yo, how many people? Minus every other country. How many people from Venezuela was on that on migrating over here?
Yep,
It was,
yep.
it's millions, bro. But then if they doing so good, why would they want to leave?
Shit. Look at the shit that happened in Colorado with the Venezuelans. You had motherfuckers going in people's apartments or houses and kicking them out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. The criminal ones,
can you
yeah.
imagine that, bro? Like somebody come to your shit that you pay rent, that you got, your name is on the lease, and they come in and say, "Yo, you got to get the fuck out of here." Like, bro, that's wild.
I'm surprised that happened because Colorado is a big gun country. I mean, gun state where you're allowed to
Yeah,
have guns. So
yeah,
I'm surprised that should happen.
yeah.
Some guy I used to be associated with was from Colorado. He used to complain. He used to
Yeah,
complain a lot.
bro.
He used to be like, "Oh, look at these." Some of the shit he used to say was like borderline racist, but he used to be like, "Oh, look at he used to say words like wetback and shit like that. I used to try not to get offended because wetback is a word for Mexican. So I used
Yeah,
to have to be like, "Oh, I ain't Mexican, so he ain't talk about me." But it was still kind of fucked up. But he used to be like, "Oh, look at all these wetbacks, just hanging out, doing nothing, drinking." And then you go down the block is you see 20, they working on 20 cars in the middle of the street and shit. He used
yeah.
to say some more fucked up shit, but I don't know. And he was living that shit out there in Colorado. He used to
Wow.
say it would be like a group of 50 motherfuckers like just chilling together, not doing nothing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I don't know. Half of the people they came out here with no direction too. Like they came
Yeah,
out here not knowing nobody, not knowing what to do. So imagine going into another country blind and not knowing where to get the resources from.
exactly.
Because they could have fixed that. They could have handled that situation perfect. Even if it was open border, you could set something up where it might take long, but you could set something up that whoever's coming by that border, you could document it right then and there and get their information. Instead of what they did, they just let motherfuckers come in, right?
hmm
They 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 corralled some of them. They got some of them real quick, but the ones that they let loose, they wanted to later on go get them and arrest them and document them, bro. You had them at the gate. You had them at the gate, bro.
Yep.
That could have saved mad time. Oh, what's your name? We need your fingerprints now. Let's issue you an ID now. Now you got an ID, so if you get stopped in the street, we know who you are. We got a face to your fingerprints. The only thing is they might not have an address for the ID, but
Yeah.
at least they might have something saying, undocumented or in process or some shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's many ways, many ways they could have helped that situation back then. But I don't know. I ain't the president, so
Facts. That's why
I
I
got
mean I try to stay out these political conversations because then motherfuckers is misconstrue what I'm trying to say and shit.
yeah, that's what it be half the time, bro. Like, a lot of people hear but don't listen. So like you said something earlier, like about the shit yesterday,
Yeah,
how motherfuckers wasn't letting people finish the sentence and shit. And they'll just react off of what they hear.
yeah,
You know, people gotta start listening to the whole shit instead of getting reacted to one single word they hear.
Yeah. Like yesterday when I was listening to all of y'all, cause I was just listening. I wasn't, I was just watching while I was driving to drop my kids off at my pop shit and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you would say shit and then they'll try to rebuttal what you saying. I wish my wife was here so she could co-sign it. But when they try to rebuttal what you were saying, and I was getting mad, like, yo, but y'all not understanding what he's really saying. Y'all just listening with your mouth. Like, use your ears.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, like, yeah, they're listening, but they're not hearing.
Yeah,
That's what was bugging me.
sometimes that gets frustrating too. But sometimes what can I do? It wasn't my panel. It was either keep talking or get kicked out. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not saying I admit defeat, but I had to submit real quick just to be able to say what I got to say and shit.
And then a lot of people is judging this shit that Trump did, like, based off their hate towards him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And, damn, I'm glad you said that, my nigga. Because I've been on many panels, and sometimes, I used to sit there and listen, and most of the shit is because the hatred they have of him. They don't really like, bro. You hate him so much that anything the man could do, you gonna dislike it. But I guarantee, if he says, "Oh, tomorrow we have a $3,000 stimulus check handed to every American," oh, everybody love Trump, nigga. Everybody gonna be everybody love Trump. Come on, bro. Like, listen with that shit. Because
Yeah.
guaranteed, Blaze, guaranteed, if Trump says $3,000 for every American, right? You're not gonna hear motherfuckers say this. Motherfuckers will not say, "Oh, I'm not gonna cash that check. I ain't gonna deposit that check. Soon as I get that check, I'm gonna rip that shit up." I don't hear nobody say that.
Nah, hell nah.
I don't hear nobody say that. But they'll be like, "Oh no, fuck him. You see what? Fuck him. I don't like that motherfucker because of what he said." All right, but when that money come, when that check come in the mail, you better just throw that shit away.
Yeah.
Rip that shit the fuck up. Cause you can't pick and choose either, bro.
Yeah.
You can't say you hate the man and then when that free check come, oh shit, we gonna have a seafood boil this weekend. Oh, Don Julio this weekend. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
tell us what.
Shit, I don't care if I had
I'm
$1
not a
million.
felon.
I'll take that 3,000 too.
I'm not a felon. No, nor do I want to be a felon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate your comment. Oh yeah, $1 million. Because that should be funny. Motherfuckers, they don't like you, but they'll take anything from you.
Yeah.
And then somehow it's a get over. Oh, I got free money. But it is what it is.
Facts.
You gotta leave people to their own convictions and shit. I'm pretty sure, like what we talk about now, somebody's gonna take what we said as something negative.
Yeah, they're gonna flip flop it.
Yeah, but sometimes that'll be the best part.
Man, at least you got the recording though, you know?
It not, yeah, that too. But honestly, when you get a reaction that way, you kind of see people's intention and true colors and shit.
Yeah.
That man, hope nobody gets upset, but I kind of sense it. Especially like you say somebody's name and then they hear it's like they feel like it's like you taking a jab at them.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not really. I'm not taking a jab. I'm telling my story, and you're part of the story. So don't get upset. If you're a character in the story, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this whole Venezuela shit, I don't think we're gonna go to war behind it.
Nah, hell no, bro. Cause how long these motherfuckers been saying they're gonna attack us?
Nah. Besides that, it's like They don't have no reason to do anything right now. Like we already over there. What they gonna do? What's China gonna do? What's Russia gonna do?
Yeah.
If there's gonna be a war, it's gonna be in Venezuela. They're gonna drop bombs over there. I doubt they're gonna do anything on American soil. But
That's
even
why
that,
I
like,
was glad Phil was up there talking, because he give his biased opinion, but then he also gives you the unbiased. So like he was feeling what motherfuckers was saying, but then he will sit there and give his opinion, which he's part of the military. So if anything, I'm gonna listen to a nigga that's in the military rather than somebody that's not.
what was this yesterday?
Yeah. I think it was he was in there early morning when Steven and them was still talking about it on money shit.
Oh, so that, I wasn't there then.
I
Damn, I
think
wish I
I
was
can't
there.
remember, but I know Phil, or it was either that or when they switched over to Talk Your Ish at first.
Okay.
But him and Amanda was up there talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And even then, Amanda's was in the military too, or she still is. But even then, Phil was understanding Amanda's point of view, but at the same time, he was conflicted with some of the shit she was saying.
Yeah, I wish I was there though.
But it's like, I'm gonna listen to them too and get their point of views before anybody else's, because they both in the military.
Yeah. So they already know like what's the plan of action type shit.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
already got the memo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They
Like
know what to
like
expect
all of
next
us,
time.
we just speculating the shit.
That would have been fired up.
Like we just talking about the what ifs and all that bullshit.
Shit. But did he mention anything like about like potential war from the situation?
Like he said, he said it could spark a war, but at the same time he was like he don't think it is, because we are steps ahead of shit, like when it comes to that. Like, so like let's say China's trying to say, oh, we're gonna send shit over there to the US. We already got shit in place for the defense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything's not just offense with us. We got defense, my nigga. Like our defensive system is top notch, bro. So yeah, they could trying to send them a couple missiles. We got shit to deter that shit.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying to say yesterday too. I was like, people like you could say war, but like how many threats we got in the past that I can remember in the past 20 years? We got mad threats
Yeah,
of war and nothing yet.
nothing.
And that's why I mentioned the last one was Pearl Harbor. That came to land here was Pearl
Yeah,
Harbor.
yeah.
Now people could mention 9/11 and all the other stuff, but that's technically like homegrown stuff
Yeah.
because from what the real evidence shows, it wasn't even the people that they told us it was. I live in
Like,
New York. I've seen shit that proves otherwise myself.
yeah.
Halo, what's poppin', Halo?
Yeah, like that
But
9/11 shit. To me, on like in my opinion, because I'm not in the military, but in my
yeah,
opinion, it's an inside job. Because had that not been an inside job, you think we allow that shit, bro?
nah.
Come on, man. You think we would have had this something about it?
Well, we did, but
No, I'm saying, but like before this shit happened, like you think
oh,
we would
before,
have just allowed
yeah.
that shit to happen?
Like the FBI, CIA, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we were, some people know.
It's just something. There was something behind the scenes that we're not seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you can see a lot behind the scenes. You can see it in a lot of the photos they took of the actual site, like the aftermath. And bro, come on, the pictures and videos and being there, like you
Yeah.
know what's up, bro. Trust me. You know when there's a big accident like that, beans are not gonna, especially multiple beans, are not gonna get sliced in a certain angle perfectly. I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
and that's not even that's just common sense. I don't know. I'm just saying. But yeah, man. It's all alleged what we're saying. I don't want HR from YouTube to get upset.
Yeah, right.
I need HR from YouTube to get upset. It's all alleged.
Hey, yo, Halo, hurry up. We need you to go live.
Yeah, I've been telling him for like mad weeks already, bro. We need somebody else to get on here. Somebody fresh. Some new opinions and shit. Halo behind the scenes, so Halo see everything, kid.
He need Tommy V to help him with that process.
He's like Halo be like the fly on the wall. He's in every conversation, just soak the shit up.
Yeah.
But that's good though, right? You get every live you go, Halo.
Halo the spy, right?
Yeah, I would say spy, but he just, he the dude in the cut. When you go to a party, you see that one dude on the wall with his cup, just bopping his head.
Yeah.
You doing shit, you were chilling. That's Halo. He in the cut, like, all right, we vibing, watching everybody chill.
Yeah, it's funny, bro.
I'm telling you, kid. Halo, I'm pretty sure Halo can tell you everything that go on. He be like, Halo can be like, nah, he said this, he said that, he said that, he said this. I'm telling you.
He'll call everybody out on this shit, right?
Hell yeah, Halo be everywhere but nowhere at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like he could have stopped a lot of this YouTube beef that be going on.
No. Matter of fact, Halo, if you do go live and you do decide to turn your cam on, keep the mask on, bro. That'll be your shit.
Yo, right?
That'll be your shit. Just keep the mask on, kid.
A mask for each day.
So that'll be fire. Like every time he go live, that's his trademark.
What's up, Summer?
Summer, what's popping? Hold up. I should do subscribers only. But yeah, kid. Halo, we waiting. I wear my mask with my mask on.
Yeah.
I said at the same thing. He can't ever take his mask off and get. Oh nah, fact. Yeah. That's a good one. The mask voice changer. Facts.
Yeah, so nobody hear his real shit.
That's fair. That's facts. That's a good one. Yo, Halo, we waiting, my guy. I'm telling you, Halo's he's like a, what's that word? Like an anti-hero.
I need some medication.
Someone was good with you. We was just talking about that whole Venezuela situation. Yeah, I hope they start the draft. If they start the draft, you going, Blaze?
What happened?
They say they re-enlist the draft. You going?
Shit.
They say the cutoff age is like 45.
Fuck it, I mean, if it's gonna help save us and our kids, hell yeah.
Man, hell yeah. Shit. I'll be like, yo, I want to be in the mail room.
Just provide me with the necessary shit and I'm straight.
Nah, I don't know. Depends what job they got.
I mean, it's a 50-50 kind of, because like I don't want to be away from my family and shit. But if I knew for a fact 100% like me doing it is gonna, help make shit better, or we all safe, fuck it, why not, bro?
Shit. I don't think I'm.
Hey, Footsteps, I'm glad you went. I'm glad you went live because I wanted to talk to you. I was, like you said, I was looking to that stuff this morning. And I looked into it. Remember how yesterday I was like, I don't want to make a fool, whatever,
Yeah,
until I kind of see what's going on, right? Well, baby, you see
yeah.
what old girl was saying?
What happened? Who's this?
Okay, so you know how we thought it was the lady with the Peace Award, right? That won the Peace Award. We thought that she was going to want us being sworn in. That's what basically was kind of said in some sense, I think. That's why they came up with her name. Remember when we were on
Oh,
panel?
really?
Or, at
Okay.
least, or somebody on panel said it, right? Well, anyway, she's not been sworn in. So the lady that was his the guy they took, the bad guy, which again, we all know he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So, okay, so his vice president, which is a female, is the one
Yeah.
that's in charge right now, because right now she's still in reign of things, right? And
Yeah.
so she woke up and she responded and was like, "Yo, I'm not feeling none of this. Release vice president release our president and his wife now. We will not be slaves to you all. You will not come here and take our land." I mean, she's popping it, like she's popping it. So my thing is, why would you, if Trump was doing this for the people, right? Now we know it's for the oil and for the power. I think we've all kind of came with that conclusion, right? But if he was doing it, they're trying to say, we want to help the people, which great, they need help, right? That would be awesome. But one red flag was he said he is controlling, he's controlling everything over there. Two, why wouldn't you swear in the lady with the Peace Prize that beat you? Because she would be for the people, right? I mean, this woman won the whole National Peace Award over Trump.
Yeah.
Why leave the lady that's in command be a boy's right hand? And then I'm listening to an interview that the Cuban dude did, that's Trump's person or whatever, because I'm bad with names. He was telling some news lady, she was like, well, if it was for and she just said the same thing that I just asked. She was like, well, if it was for the people, why wouldn't you put such and such, Gerlin, the lady that won the Peace Award? And he was like, well, you have to understand something. All that will come in time. Right now, we need them to do what we want them to do. And that's just what it is. Or they will continue to deal with the pressure from America. So my thing is, it's not for the people. Because if it was for the people, you would put that lady or someone that would work, right, in place. Like immediately, you would take a girl out and be like, nah, this whole government, we shut it down. We doing a takeover. We going to take over. We're going to do this right for the people, right? But that's not what it is. It's all for the oil and the power. And I think they're going to use whatever. This is just a prediction from our interview I heard. And I know I'm talking fast, but I'm at work. I think he's going to put pressure on her with some of the same stuff that he put pressure on old boy. Yeah. And if she doesn't cooperate, then that gives him evil stance to go, okay, well, fuck you, bitch. I got you too.
Yep. That's going to be next.
And do a takeover violently. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm glad we not, because I really I really love your opinion. I love talking to you.
It makes sense though, because I'm pretty sure Trump thought that taking him out, she might be on, okay, he's finally out. Now I get to,
right.
But if that might have backfired for Trump.
And she woke up all rah.
Yeah, so now going by what you just said, since he's coming off like, let him go, he's like, okay, now she's on his side. Now we got to go get her next.
Right.
But if
exactly. Because like you said, it would make sense. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, like you said, it would only make sense, right? Because like he probably assumed, yeah, we'd have kicked in the door. We'd have blew some shit up. We'd have took these motherfuckers up out their spot. Like we got them in America, woo, right? So this bitch is going to do exactly what we want because it's, in a hostile situation. I look shit from a streetwise because I'm from the streets. That's the only way I know how to look at shit. And I can recognize this shit because I've seen this shit before in a different manner. And so, you know what I'm saying? When you kidnap a motherfucker, you do it for a reason, and it's usually something you want to get, and you know that you've done showed people an example, so they're more likely to cooperate, right? That's the common sense. But this bitch was like, yeah, nah, we ain't having none of that. We ain't gonna be slave. When she said that, I was like, oh yeah, this is about to go down.
Yeah, but
this is about to go down. Because when she was like, we ain't gonna be slaves to nobody, no.
Yeah, she the next target after this.
Oh yeah.
She'll probably be prepared. Probably be more prepared than homeboy was.
Well, yeah. I mean, and they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance because they said that he literally, just like, what was it? Was it Bin Laden that almost like went into a safe spot? They said this guy literally like was at the door of the safe spot of his safe room, and they literally jumped on him and landed on him so he didn't make it in the room. Dude, my brother fucking locked me out. He's got a hangover. He ain't thinking right.
Motherfucker had to go hide him.
It's me and my brother does it. My brother-in-law does the company.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah.
Crazy.
I heard that shit this morning, and I was just like, see, this is why I waited yesterday. I didn't want to jump, you know what I mean? Like jump hopefully she's gonna do right type shit. Nah, the same lady's in charge. They ain't even swore the other lady in yet.
Yeah, she
Because then he asked the news like, I'm gonna find the news report so I can send it to you. Because it was somebody was going over it when I was watching it, but I know there's a news clip of it. She said, so let me ask you a question. She asked some really good fucking questions. This news lady did. She said, so are we, how long is it going to take for the voting process? She kept asking like, how long is it going to take for y'all to turn over, to the people? And he was like, yeah, until we get what we want, ain't shit happening, basically, is what he said.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I saw that happen.
I gotta call him and tell him come.
But
Excuse me.
over there, put a army base.
And they're saying that the reason why they didn't like Cuba, because they're saying that the reason why that Cuba's tied into all this is okay. Hold on. Let me move out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to
Oh, dude, come on, answer your fucking phone. Thank you. They're saying the reason why that they're upset with Cuba is because something about there's like a lot of electronic shit they're tied into, but also his security people that was around him when that happened, they were all Cuban.
Okay. But I wouldn't blame him,
like his security detail.
Cuba's been on
Yeah, they mentioned that this morning.
So, them dictators hang out with each other. So,
well, 100%. And again, I have family in Little Havana because I'm, and I definitely understand how fucking bad it is over there. I just don't. My thing is just like with Venezuela. I don't want innocent people to get hurt. That's always my thing. All these government people, dude, they're all fucked up and they're all in bed with each other, especially these dictators. And they have a bigger issue because they want to all be number one. And well, we'll see how that works. You know what I mean? But I feel bad for the citizens, even like in Russia and Ukraine. I don't give a fuck about none of them people. You know what I mean? I care about the mom and dads and the kids that ain't got no choice like us. We ain't got no choice. We think we do, but we don't.
Yeah, in fact. We are slaves somehow. No. Excuse me. You're in and out. You're in and out like the Matrix.
Hold on, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take my.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Yeah, she's in and out. Halo. Put that up there, yeah. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, man. They got homeboy out of Venezuela. It looked like Shorty next. Damn. Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks. 2026 starting off crazy right now.
Bro. But
2026 going crazy right now. Damn.
you know that nigga Gotti, right?
Who?
Gotti, Gotti.
Nah.
So he be around on the panels too. But I was talking with him about it yesterday night. He was like, yo, I think this is the best. He's like, I know for sure this is the best president. He's doing everything for the best for our country. Like we ain't had a nigga like this since He don't. He like, I don't even know if we ever have had a president like this before. But I was
Yeah.
agreeing with his points last night, where he was telling me like all this shit that Trump is doing, like is a good thing.
Bro, the last president who actually tried to speak up got, assassinated. JFK. Like when you get presidents that actually try to do something good, they try to take him out. They tried to
Uh-huh.
take out Trump not too long ago, right?
Yeah, two
You know,
times.
yeah. So that shows that's already showing me something. Like,
hmm I mean, I don't know though. What do I know?
yeah, right. We not seeing this with our own eyes, and that's the thing. Like, I, I'm not a supporter of the man. I didn't vote for the man, but from the outside looking in, I don't see where I guess he's too direct with the way he speaks. Some people don't like the way he's too direct and straight to the point and not sugarcoating anything. And I don't know how long he's been president anyway.
Trump.
Yeah, right. Like his this term,
I'm thinking this. If this is not his last year, next year is.
his last year
I think so.
for real.
Because I know he was president, then it was
Oh, yeah,
Biden, now it's him
2028.
again.
All right, so yeah, somebody was saying 2028. I don't know.
But
His
then I've been seeing shit that he's gonna be able to be reelected, like for the next reelection.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Like yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's true, but
It would have to
What you
be
say, Dwayne?
honestly like in order for him to stay president, it would have to be like a martial law situation, like really, really, really martial law
yeah,
situation.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, how the hell is he gonna be
That,
able to be
that,
reelected?
Well, he
that's
can the way he can stay in power, and this is why it also makes me really paying attention and why we all should be paying attention to these little takeovers and shit like that. Number one reason, war. A president will not leave seat during war. So if there's war going on, that is a reason for him to stay in seat. And then after that, he can find a reason for martial law.
yeah,
That's the way
definitely.
he'll do it.
Okay, that's why I didn't understand.
Yeah, that's the only way you can stay president is martial law, and
Yep. Well,
until
and
martial law
war.
is over with, then it's still gonna take a while after martial law is over
Exactly.
with, because you still have to get reorganized and then restart an election, and who knows how long that'll take.
Yeah, yeah,
By
because I
then you
try
have
not to believe everything I read. I rather wait till I get the facts.
a civil war going on. We're fighting amongst each other, and then they're gonna prolong it, and then yeah,
I don't know. There's some crazy shit going on, man.
You know what's crazy is okay, so you know how Trump went in, you know what I'm saying, scooped old boy and his wife up, bombed, did all that shit, brought him back to here, right? You know Iran has 50 million on his head. You know Iran technically, if that's the game that Trump wanted to play, could do the same exact thing he just did to this president of them.
they have
The
50
same.
million on who? Trump?
Yeah, Trump's had 50 million on his head for a hot minute. Yes,
Okay.
100%. That's why a lot of conspiracies say during all these little, you know what I'm saying, pew pews he's been having, they always say that, somebody like that's behind it. Now, I don't know about all that, but I do know he has a 50 million contract on his head.
It's the fucking bread.
What's up, Christine?
Nice. Well, let me not say that's nice. It's crazy. Let me see.
So we hope that's what he's gonna do is finish up. Oh wait, no, he's finishing up his first year and he can't. Oh wait, who are we talking about? 2028 Trump. Let's hope. I think that's who they talking about.
I just received. Let's see, 1, 2,
Oh, so this is the first year of his second tour.
Yeah, but if you paid attention to the Project 2025, which is something me and Christine screamed to everybody about, and that's why sometimes it gets worn out talking about this stuff because, like, everything that's happening, I mean, they already told us. He told us why he was running, he was going to do it. So it's not, I don't know, it's not a surprise.
Let me see.
Yes, Trump is finishing up his first year, and what a roller coaster it's been.
Threats to religion freedom. Conspiracy. Threat of overtime pay. Threat to overtime pay. Erosion of healthcare access. Prescription drug prices. Increased housing. Food.
What are you reading?
2025 undercuts faith, family, and American dreams. I've heard a lot about Project 2025, but I never did any research on it. So I'm trying to find something that could give me some information.
And then there's, what do they say? There's a new thing. So I ain't even got into all that. Project, what was it 30 or some shit? I don't know. There's all kinds of weird shit. And the crazy thing is all the shit that is going on, like, to be honest with you, none of this shit was planned yesterday. This shit, whatever is going to be, has been in formation for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff got to get approved by
Oh no, that ain't what I'm talking about. He didn't get any of this approved by Congress. You know that, right?
Project 2025 is over.
None of the stuff he did over in Venezuela, he didn't get none of this approved. Just so you know, he don't get shit approved if you haven't paid attention. That's why he's in court all the time, because he puts people on planes and sends them over when judges tell him not to. He puts National Guards in the cities when judges tell him not to. He don't listen to. There is no checks and balances with him. He does what he wants. He did not. And even in his thing, he said, no, I wasn't going to get approval from Congress before I went over there because somebody would have told him what was going on.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's not getting approval. So when you say that they have to get approval, normally they have to get approval. Trump does not worry about that.
In my opinion, from where he put the National Guards in some of them cities, like I seen videos of the people who live in the neighborhoods, and they were all happy that should happen.
They were all what?
Like the people who were complaining are people who not even from the city, those cities.
I don't know. I don't know who you heard that from, but that's not true. I know people in Chicago. I know neighborhoods that got tear gassed, and the neighborhood was not happy with that at all. So I don't know where it was picked up at. And they didn't want National Guard there.
Casualty of war, innocent people get hurt sometimes when you're coming in to get the bad people. It happens. So I'm not gonna say good for them.
It wasn't approved it wasn't approved though. So if we don't have checks and balances, then
But
that's a
how
problem.
do you approve getting criminals off the street? Like,
just like you're supposed to. Unfortunately, this is government. Criminals are criminals. We're going to do what we do because that's what we do. Criminals break the law. They don't go by the law. People in power are supposed to. So when we start making excuses for them to do that, then that gives it an okay.
No, it's not excuses, but like I said, I seen people who lived in the neighborhoods that when Trump got all those criminals off the street, I seen a video where the guy's like, "Yo, look, my kids is able to ride the bike outside in the street. I haven't walked to the store in over 15 years."
Nobody's saying that the people wasn't happy about crime going down. Everybody wants to, but I can promise you, crime hasn't stopped.
I know it doesn't stop, but
it's not really how that. Those are wet dream. I call them wet dream solutions because they look good on the surface, but they're not fixing anything. So what's the point of doing that if you're not fixing anything? We keep wasting funds on wet dreams.
I'm getting the information directly from somebody who live on the.
Maybe you're getting the information from TikTok or whatever video.
Yeah, but that's people who live directly in the neighborhoods, though.
Yeah, and I can tell you that I have people that live in those same neighborhoods, and they weren't happy about it. You know what I mean? So that's
but I'm pretty sure that the people who are not happy are the people who their sons got arrested because their sons are delinquent. That's why they're not happy.
No, the people that are not happy is seeing that there's checks and balances that are supposed to be put in play when power is doing things. And when we make excuses for it, but then cry about it because they shot people down in the middle of the street or did something else they weren't supposed to. Well, it's okay because you was okay when they did it this way illegally. So it's all right if they kill you in the middle of the street or one of your family members. That's cool too. Fuck it. You understand? That's why you can't do that. not with people in power and control. They signed up to do their jobs the right way. We do not. We do not take that commitment.
But he got criminals off the street though. I don't see what's wrong with getting criminals off the street. There's nothing
Because
wrong with
that's,
that.
like I said, that's a very
Maybe
surface
the way
level.
he did, the way he did it was insensitive. to
When you
some
ignore
people.
the deeper problem of it,
I
because
know, I'm
you know
saying, but
you
I'm
got
talking
happy by
about
an emotional fix.
I'm talking about him
You
getting
know
the
what I
people
mean?
off the street. You know, I'm being
Yeah, and I'm
realistic.
talking about the people that all this. Oh, it don't matter because you're not gonna understand it. So it's cool.
No, I understand. I understand. Which criminals? The criminals that were walking around with switches.
Do it right and
Christine,
get all the criminals off the street, so we don't have to
Christine,
backtrack
the
later
pe-
and
the
be, and
people who
pay lawsuits or do
the
all
people
kinds
who
of other
were
crazy shit. Do it the right way because there's
the
laws
people
in
who were
place for
walking
them to
around
do
with
it the right way.
safety masks, Christine, the people who had switches, the people who had extended magazines
Guess what? There's still
and
people in there that still have those in Chicago, in New York,
AK-47, he
everywhere.
got them off the street. What's
No,
wrong
he
with
didn't
getting
get
them
all
off
of them.
the street? You can't get all of them. That's like
You're talking like
that's
there's no guns on the
no,
street.
but
There was
Christine,
murders in all those cities last night.
an exterminator can't get rid of all the rats, can he? No.
Yeah, I mean, if you pay good money, it will.
Let's be for real.
I mean, for real,
Can't get
look,
rid of all the
I
rats.
paid exterminators and I had no issue. Because I
Well,
paid
I'm
for what I
from New
got.
York. I'm from New York, and then
I'm from Chicago.
the exterminator can't get rid of all the rats. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I guess I just see it as when we oversight and look and make excuses because it's something on the surface level. I'm not saying taking criminals, because see, the funny thing is sometimes when I get in debates with people like this, it's almost like, girl, what's wrong with you? You don't see what they're doing? They're taking criminals off the street. I get that. But I'm not a surface level basic bitch. I'm a bigger picture bitch. I'm a long for the long run, right? That's just the way my mind's always been. That's just how I am. And the long run is, just because the surface fix looks cute right now, they didn't really solve anything. They just made it look good. They boosted their ego. They got a couple people off the street that, honestly, if the city cops had the support they could have, they would have got them and some off the street. So the judges and everybody keep letting them out on the street. There's bigger issues, and until we address those, none of this shit's gonna fix.
Christine.
That's all I'm saying.
Wait, let me go off her comments. So criminals that came across the border? No, I didn't say the criminals that came across the border. The criminals that actually lived in those cities on Old Block and 6-7 and 63rd Street. Those criminals.
Yeah, but it wasn't citizens they were supposed to be getting. It was supposed to be immigrants.
No, I never said the government said that they were safe. I said the people who actually lived in the communities, they got on social media platforms and post videos.
And just as many people were upset about them being there.
Stating that they were able to walk to the store, that they couldn't do that in over 15 years, that their kids are able to ride their bicycles in the street. Those other people.
2 days happened. But ever since then, you know how many murders? You should go double check while you're saying this. Go look and see how many shootings that they've had since that happened. Because it went down a couple of nights, because of course the National Guard was there. But go look and see if it's not right back where it was. Because they didn't solve anything. It was a feel-good situation. It wasn't a solution.
Yeah, but it sets a tone that...
No, it doesn't. It sets a tone to make them look good for the bullshit that they're going to do that's out of all of our control. That don't even have anything to do with our country. It's a bigger picture. I'm going to continue to say that.
I'm talking about here. Right now, I'm talking
maybe
about
all of it's connected, though. All of it's connected.
I don't think so.
You don't think it's connected? You don't think him saying that Venezuela sent their gang members and their people out of their mental hospital? You don't think this? Come on, food stamps. This is definitely connected, babe.
No.
It's all in one.
What are you
all the way
about?
up to even the old people that sit here and back and Trump for everything. Everything's connected. It's all about a money grab. It ain't about helping people or fixing countries.
Getting GDs and vice lords off the street.
Baby, GDs ain't gone nowhere. GDs ain't gone nowhere. Not in your city, not in my own city, and not in the city I live in now.
I'm talking about the GDs.
Bodies are still dropping.
I'm not talking about nobody else.
Respectfully, you talking like there ain't nothing going on in these streets no more in these cities and these neighborhoods where it happened, and that's not true.
I never said that. I didn't.
But that's how you wasn't.
I didn't say that.
I would understand if that's how it was, but that's not what it is. Two nights don't make a fucking country.
I said that he's doing something. That he's getting the criminals off the street. I didn't say that he's stopping.
Sweetie, do you understand stage? Like, do you understand when people do shit to make a situation look good? So then it gives them a reason and an excuse to get away with something. Okay.
Listen,
cool.
the local police force in Chicago was scared to go to some of these blocks because
No, it's because the local police
let me
force in
finish.
Chicago is not funded the way
Let me
they
finish.
should be.
Let me finish.
I'm from there. You can't tell me nothing about Chicago, baby.
The cops were afraid to go to these blocks because the little kids from the ages of 12 to 16 had bigger and more sufficient guns than the police force. So when there was a
Hey,
shooting,
guess
the
what,
police,
sweetie? I live in Louisville,
the police
Kentucky,
were
and we have the
scared to go
same
to these
issue.
blocks.
Don't let
The police were
propaganda
scared to go
news
to these
fill
blocks
your
because
head.
these little
You're too
kids have
smart for
better
that.
guns. So this is why this man
It's been
sent the
that
National
way.
Guard to these neighborhoods to get these criminals off. Because
Hey,
he
Tim,
said,
when's the last time you've
okay,
been to Chicago?
you
Just
guys
out of
have these
curiosity.
guns. You guys have these guns, or
Yes,
using
we
these
do.
types
Yes,
of
we do. I have
ammunition. I'm
9-year-olds
gonna show
walking
you what
around
I
with guns
have.
like that.
And he sent the
You
big
go,
dogs
listen,
over
do
there.
me a favor. You think
That's
I'm
what I'm
bullshit?
saying.
Why don't you Google Christmas to New Year's and see how many children were killed in my fucking city? So
A
don't go
lot,
there, baby,
a
because I got a
lot, a
receipt for
lot.
that shit. We got bodies dropping everywhere.
Where do you
We got
think? Where do you
10-year-olds
think I
walking
live?
around with AKs.
Where do you think I live? Where do you think I live?
In New
You think I
York,
live
but
in
you
the
just said
suburbs?
that you have bodies dropping like that in your city. Yes, I do. It's happening
What?
everywhere. It's propaganda that's feeding you what you're feeding
Not
because
propaganda.
Chicago's been that way.
Not
I'm
propaganda.
from Chicago.
Not propaganda at all. What are you
It
talking
is.
about?
It's a talking point.
The police are
It's a
scared to
talking point
go.
because
The
Chicago's
police are
been that
scared to
way.
go
And ain't
over
nobody
there.
came to Chicago, helped
Yeah,
Chicago. They came and played around and then left and they ain't doing shit for Chicago.
the police are scared to go in that block over there.
But because the
And he's
police
sending the
aren't
National
funded.
Guard. He sent the
Because we're too
National
busy
Guard.
funding the National Guards and other silly shit that ain't working
Scared.
instead of funding things that are actually working. That's facts. I don't even
Listen,
fuck with the
these
police, but they
police
not
were
funded.
scared. These police are
When's the last
scared
time
because
you've been to
kids
Chicago?
had better guns than them. They had no chance against little kids, so they had to send in the National Guard.
When is the last time
Point
you've been
blank
to
period.
Chicago?
What's wrong with that? The
When's the
police were
last time you've been
scared.
to Chicago?
The police were scared. I'm only like 6 hours away, 3
I
hours
didn't ask you
away
how
from
long away.
Chicago,
When's the
bro.
last time you've been there?
Chicago is no different than New York City.
That's you still not answering my question.
I don't have to be from there to understand what's going on there. The same thing that's
I
going
just
on
asked
over
a
there is going on
simple.
over here.
So you haven't been to Chicago then,
The
right?
same thing that's going on in
Okay, cool.
Chicago is happening in New
Then I
York
don't really
City.
have to like get in a serious debate with you
You
because
don't
I'm
have
from
to.
there. You're
No,
not
I
from
already
there,
know.
and
It
you're
doesn't
going off
matter.
what the news is feeding you.
I'm not going off
Respectfully.
by the news. I understand what's going
Respectful.
on over there. I live in one of the worst neighborhoods
But my
in
thing
New
is, you
York
think it's
City.
changed because they came and
It's the
arrested a
same
couple people.
thing.
Fund the police the way they should.
Bro.
You know the police could handle their job if they fucking funded them.
But they scared. It's not being
They're
funded.
scared because they're not
They're
funded.
scared.
Okay,
I mean, they scared.
cool. They ain't scared. They ain't scared to do all this shit.
Okay.
You don't know Chicago police, sweetie.
They're scared.
Okay,
I've seen the
let me tell you that.
I've seen the reports. They're scared. They saying it themselves.
Okay. One of the most corrupt police departments next to New York City and LA,
Listen,
and they're scared. Oh,
they're
okay. Sure.
scared. Their own citizens are saying it. The people will get shot on the block. They'll be
Citizens
laying on the
100%
field
are
dead.
scared. The
Yes.
police are
I
just
think we
as
could pull
corrupt
up.
and cause half
We
the
could
issues
pull
in
up.
Chicago, just
We
like
could
New York.
pull up. We could pull up these documented footages of the people who live in the community saying a person could be laying on the floor for half an hour and the police are scared to come
Yes,
because
it
these
happens
kids have
in a
better
lot
guns
of
than
cities.
them.
You realize it happens.
No,
It's been happening in Chicago for a long time. This ain't nothing new. That's my point. And it didn't stop after
no.
the National Guards left, is my point.
Well, who
I'm
knows?
not telling you that this shit's not going on. You're not understanding. It's
Let's
been
see.
going on,
Let me look
baby.
it up.
They're using it as a clickbait.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
If I can get your emotions, then I can get you to agree to the
There
bullshit.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm going by what the people who live there, though. I'm not going by the TV. I'm going by the
Baby, you
people
going
who
on
actually
fucking clips
live
on the
there.
internet. You ain't never been there.
It doesn't matter. The people who live there are posting it up.
Right.
So what I'm gonna say, they're lying?
No, I'm not saying that.
All
I'm not
right
saying that
then.
this not going on. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I don't gotta
But it's
be there.
cool.
I'm going by the people
No,
who
you
actually live on
it's
that
cool.
block.
But like I said, why don't you go look and see since the National Guard left how many murders have happened and then holler at me. I don't really have to argue about
And it'll
that.
probably
They ain't
happen,
stopped
yeah.
shit. They
I'm
ain't
not
stopped
saying this.
nothing.
I didn't say stop crime though. When did I ever say stop crime? I never did. I never said that though. None of those words came out of my mouth. I just said he got criminals off the street.
Wait, no, I'm not
That's
yet.
all I said. What's wrong with that, bro? Like,
What'd you say?
Are we anti-criminal or we like criminals? I'm not getting it.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
I'm hearing
You're
everything you're
thinking it.
saying, but just the way he did
No,
it, I
you're
don't
not,
care how
because
he did
the
it. He
fact
got
that
him
you
off the
asked me,
street.
am I anti-criminal or for criminals?
No,
That
was
right there
general.
gets the.
That was
I'm
a
not talking
general.
about
That
the.
was a general.
Okay, Chips.
It's
Like I
general.
fuck with you. I'm not gonna sit here and argue and like, you know what I
Chicago,
mean?
Minneapolis,
I
St.
fuck
Louis,
with you.
Miami. Is
We just
that
have a
exactly
different. You're looking at the civilian aspect. I'm looking at the government
24
aspect.
20? Who is Missouri more dangerous then? What's popping, money?
And since they've been there, there ain't shit changed. Exactly, Christine. All I'm
Listen,
saying, it's been that way for fucking years, and it's still that way after the little showboat they did on TV.
but it sets a tone that this is
No,
what's
it
gonna
doesn't.
happen.
It sets a
Alright.
shit show that everybody's watching.
It sets a
Y'all think
tone.
this should just happen? This should been this way, man.
Well, it's gonna
And
keep
it
happening. It's gonna keep
And
happening.
I would understand your argument respectfully if when we wouldn't pulled up the numbers were dropped, but they're not. So that
But
means it's for show.
hold up. I never
That's why
said
the
that he
mayors and them didn't
okay.
want them there because
You
it's
missing
bigger.
you must have came in later on, but I didn't say anything about him stopping crime. I said
No,
he took criminals off the street. That's
this
all I said.
conversation. I've been here for the whole conversation.
I
You've been
know,
having
but
it with me.
that's all I've been saying. He took criminals off the street, and the way he did it, people
But what
don't
I'm
like it.
saying is, I'm saying is he didn't do it to help, just like Venezuela. He's not doing this shit to help. He needs
knows?
to put on a show to get people emotionally attached to a situation. So when the bigger picture happens, they're like, oh yeah, of course, that's exactly what he's doing. He's helping people, but he's not.
Who knows?
Oh,
Who knows?
okay.
Who knows? We going by the TV, you know.
You know who knows? People that are paying
You just told me
attention.
not to
That's
go
who
by the
knows.
TV though. You just told me not to go and listen to the TV, but you're listening to the TV.
I'm going by his words. I play his words.
It's
I
coming off the
listen to
TV.
him.
It's coming off the
I
TV.
watch his tweets. I don't need. No, I'm listening to him. I'm not listening to. I'm listening to him.
You got to speak to actual Venezuelan that's coming.
Sweetie,
from
I know
there,
people
bro.
from Chicago that are Venezuelans. I know people that are Venezuelans that live here. Okay,
that's what
so
I'm saying.
we are actually a migrant city. We were one of those safe cities, so we have everybody here. So when that big migrant move came over, a lot of them came to Louisville. Just saying.
Speak to those people.
I have. Most definitely.
And I'm pretty sure they're happy.
I'm speaking from a point of I'm listening to Trump, and I'm listening to the people. I'm not. I haven't watched news until this shit happened.
But
Me and Christine took a huge break off of all that.
I'm pretty sure them people are happy that he's not there. From the Venezuelans you spoke to, I'm pretty sure they're happy.
You know what I think that would have been more happy if those same people seen that his vice president would also been taken down because she's on the same bullshit he's on, right? Wouldn't you think so? Don't we agree on that?
She's next.
Okay.
She's next.
So there just might be. I might be stupid, or not stupid, but I might be, just talking out the side of my neck, or there might actually be a bigger picture. So we're just gonna wait and see if the bigger picture happens.
I don't know.
But it's all connected.
Top cities by recent violent crimes rate: Memphis, Detroit, Oakland, Baltimore, and St. Louis. Man, there's crime everywhere, even in the suburbs.
Hell yeah, it's bad. It's
suburbs, and even in the high.
And the crazy thing is you can't police yourself out of crime, unfortunately.
Yeah, everywhere's crime. Everywhere's crime.
But unfortunately, you cannot.
You know how you know that everywhere's crime? You could live in the middle of nowhere. You're probably doing something illegal.
Oh yeah, it's
you don't even know of.
Look, I moved down here where I live at because I'm, in the city, and I'm like, man, I need a little bit of a break and shit. Everybody from the city's moving out here too. I'm like, fuck.
Shit. Anybody who live in the country.
No, I got
country. Get away from all the heathens.
On my way over there now.
Who is keeping?
I think I just gotta put the thing on. I gotta check the
St. Louis and Kansas City go back and forth. Highest crime violence. Man, you guys think this is violence? You think what we experience here is violence? Oh Lord.
Yeah, there's violence everywhere.
Lord. Oh man.
The world's going crazy.
What we experience here in the United States is a cakewalk towards the world experience.
I think you're already in Indiana every time go around. Okay. It looks like here's the trash.
I'm just reading your comments. Who has the highest crime rate? Would be Kansas City is on the border of Kansas City or from Missouri. All right, yeah, that's weird. Kansas is weird.
You know what's crazy? Food stamps is
What's that?
like, you know how you have a big city, right? And like,
Yeah.
you know, there was, I think, points in time where other cities didn't see the kind of violence. Like they might had a couple, maybe 20 shootings a year. You know what I mean? A lot of places besides big cities. But now shit's so intense everywhere. Per capita, like we have the same exact body count that Chicago has, Louisville, Kentucky does. It's just wild.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine.
we have to, policing is not a solution. It needs to be done. I'm not saying that, but it's not a solution. We have to figure out what the fuck. Man, this shit's crazy. Christmas weekend, dude, there were so many between Christmas and New Year. I can't tell you how many kids were shot.
Yeah, you know that's never gonna end. That's never gonna end.
No,
But
I know that.
you can curb it. You can at least try to
That,
curb it.
yep, I agree with you
Curb it
100% on that.
and the reason why I say that the way he took those steps to send in the National Guard, you gotta show some type of force. So at least the next generation that sees it, that's not into it yet, might be like, damn, I don't want to get into
Okay, so
that.
you,
Look, look what's coming for me.
right, I get that, but let me ask you something because you said you watched a lot of videos, which we all did, right? We probably all watched the same videos. But did you also see the videos of the YNs that took that shit as a challenge?
And who you think gonna lose? And this is the
Of
mentality
course they're gonna lose. I'm not. Come
I
on
know,
now.
but so
I'm just
Summer,
saying, like,
all right, Summer. Look what you just said. The YNs
but you
made a
know, I'm
video.
saying you act
Hold
like
on,
everybody was
wait. Listen
scared
to
and
this
they
real
were
quick.
not.
Wait, listen to this
Some
real
of them
quick.
seen it as a challenge.
Listen to them. If do we want kids like that on the street?
No, that's not. See, you don't. You taking every single
I'm
thing I
asking.
say,
I'm
trying to pick
asking.
it apart.
I'm
Yes, you are.
asking.
Yes, you are. Yes,
I'm
you are.
asking.
Because
I'm
that's
just
yes, you
asking.
are. No, that's not what I said, and don't even act like that's what I'm playing into because I'm not. But I'm just saying, you kept saying about these videos. There were a lot of young people that didn't give a fuck about them being there. They thought it was a challenge. Now, just like everybody told them, you're stupid as fuck. But it's a fact. Not everybody was happy. And some people thought that you like these people were scared. No, not everybody was scared.
I know, but imagine this.
And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just
Imagine
pointing that
this,
part
Summer.
out.
Imagine this, Summer. Just imagine this. I worked all my life, right? Somehow. I'm able to raise a couple of $1 million, buy my dream house. I want to retire and chill. And here come, maybe the neighborhood suburbs, somewhere good, decent. Here comes some young rowdy kid trying to mess up my life. I want that. I'm old. I want to chill. I don't need none of that. I'm not a street dude anymore. A civilian trying to live out my later years. I don't want to be around that mess. I don't want my grandkids coming over having to deal with that. I'm pretty sure none of us want that. You know, especially if I'm working towards that goal. Now, some people might say, "Oh,
Nothing I said
move to a different
disagrees with
neighborhood."
that.
No, I want to live. I want to live in that one per se.
Well, that's fine, but you ain't the only one that's going to live in that one.
I know, but
People that
I'm just saying, like, we should, as we get older, we
everybody
shouldn't have
wants a
to
good
deal with
life,
certain
food
things
stamp. You act
anymore.
like I'm up here just co-signing the
No, no,
shit.
no,
I
no,
go
no,
out.
no, no. I'm not
I
saying you
go
are.
out
I'm
and
not saying
fight.
you are. This is just for sake of conversation.
I go out and fight against shit like
So
this and try to be a part and help people get out of shit like this, right?
I
So
know. It's just for sake of convo. It just sparks conversation. Keeps it going. But I guess the means he went about it is messed up. But you know, imagine me saying I wasn't able to walk to the corner store in over 15 years. That's kind of crazy, you know. Or then my kids, could ride the bike outside and not have to worry.
my
That's
point
kind
is, there's still people that can't walk to the corner store.
I know.
Your argument is that
I
it
know.
changed something. It did not. It made peace for
But
2
imagine,
days.
all right. So imagine if Trump decides to do that across the board and at least curb all this crime. Would we be still satisfied?
What'd you say?
Would we like? What if Trump decides to do that across the board in every state, in every city?
He's
Will we be
just don't
satisfied as
believe that's
citizens?
the way to do things.
So then, what's the way to do it? Let them keep going. If the
Nobody
local
said
police
that.
force needs help,
Nobody said
I'm
that. First of
saying.
all, let me explain something to
I'm
you.
just
You are
saying. I'm
looking for the
asking
hold on. Can I answer your
in
question?
general,
Can I answer your
rhetorical.
question? Can I
Go
answer
ahead.
it? You guys are looking for the government to fix shit. Let me explain something. I don't care if he sent them to every single fucking state and they stayed there for 30 fucking months and we deported every goddamn body. Everybody is not our fucking problem. We are our problem. And until we also get involved in the problems in our communities, nothing's going to fix. All it's going to do is recycle. So while you all are waiting for somebody to come fix your shit, maybe everybody needs to get the fuck up and do something in their community to change this shit.
Nobody's gonna do nothing. Everybody, you
Well,
know why
until
nobody want
then,
to do nothing?
here we are. The
You know why
government's
nobody
not going
want
to
to do
fix
nothing?
anything.
Because everybody got to go to work the next day.
Really? So I don't work?
No, I'm saying that's
I
why
don't have a
nobody
family?
really do anything because they got
I
to go
mean,
to
but
work
that's
the
an
next day.
excuse. That ain't that. I don't give a shit about excuses.
Well,
I got
that's what
10
I'm
kids.
saying.
I work.
That's what most people won't do it. I'm not saying you.
Well,
I'm
that's why
saying
we gonna
most
continue
people.
to have these problems. But the government ain't fixing shit, baby.
Yeah, most people won't actually go out there in the street because that's gonna be their fear. Oh, I
This
gotta
shit'll
work
just
tomorrow.
recycle and recycle and recycle, and that's it.
Tell me who's the regular person that's gonna risk their livelihood
There's
to
a lot of people that are out
protest
there
for
that
weeks?
probably do that.
Okay, we're gonna minus the people who's actually out there, boots on the ground. But the other people who just watching, how many of them can actually willingly say, "Hey, I'm not gonna go to work for a week because I'm gonna stand in the street and
Nobody
protest."
says you have to not work. Nobody's telling I work. I have a family and everything, and I still
I
do
know,
shit to help my fucking community. So
but
that's the
some,
thing. It's wild the way people make these outrageous, like, but what if? Nah, man, you go to the bar and hang out. You go shopping. You do all kinds of things. You could take an hour out of your time and pour into fucking youth or whatever your thing is. Nobody's asking somebody to give up their career. People are saying, hey, until communities get involved and do something, the government can't fix anything. They may be
but
able to
that's what I'm
stabilize
saying.
something, but they
That's
can't
what I'm
fix it.
saying. That's my point. Most people are not gonna do it.
Well, that's why we're in this situation and we'll continue to be
That's
in it.
why I said minus the people who are
Trump's
actually
not
foot
fixing
on the
anything.
ground.
So everything you're hoping for
But that's why I
is
said
for nothing.
minus the people that's foot on the ground. The other half is just watching on the outside. Those, what are they gonna do? They really not gonna do nothing.
Well, that's
That
fine.
was
And that's
that
why
was my
we'll
point
stay
in
in this
saying it because
position.
that's gonna be the excuse. Oh, I gotta work tomorrow. That's I guess my analogy of going with it. Half the people gonna use an excuse to be like, nah, I ain't gonna do nothing. I got something to do. So, the ones that's
Do
actually
you
on
get
the
my
foot.
point though?
Yeah, I get
Do
you.
you
That's what I'm
understand?
saying. I get you. There's only but so many people that's gonna do something. The other people just gonna sit there and watch and look for an excuse to be like, nah, I don't want to do nothing. I get you. I get you. I see that a lot. See that a lot. What they used to say when I was a Latin King, do it for the cause and not the because. Used to say that a lot. So most people, they won't do it for the cause. You see the
I just
comment?
always feel like people want the government to come in and fix everything, and
Millions it
they
goes
can't do that. They
by.
didn't mess
However,
everything up.
per capita, 10,000 per capita.
So,
Oh, I'm missing the comments.
and that's why we'll keep being in this loop.
Yeah, yeah. Crime. Well, I don't know. Crime will never stop.
Nah, it's good and
How do you
bad.
stop crime?
Nah, there's good and
Actually,
evil.
there's only honestly, to be honest, there's only one way you can stop crime, and it's the wrong way, and that's under like a dictatorship.
You want to live under a dictatorship?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying that's the only way you could curb crime is if it's a dictatorship. I'm not saying to do
It's
it. I'm
not
just
because
saying that's how
there's
you
still
curb crime.
corruption going on even under a dictatorship.
Well, when you see countries that are ran under one,
So crime never
you
really
know,
stops, no matter what, right?
I know, but it's more like they,
Crime never stops, no matter
it's
what.
less. It's
No,
less.
it's
Like
undercover. It's not less, sweetie.
Yeah, it's definitely undercover,
I wish
but
I could live in some of your all's
go to
world.
North Korea,
And I mean that respectfully. I'm not
go to
being
North
petty.
Korea, and it's like,
Yeah,
damn.
because those people are happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying they happy,
You
but I'm
watching
saying
any
like,
videos of them telling you anything?
but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay. I was just curious.
It's crazy. I watched a video the other day about um a North Korean cell phone compared to like a South Korean cell phone. And the North Korea cell phone, you can't do nothing. They have their own internet. You can't do nothing. You can't connect to a Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi you can connect to. It's crazy in North Korea.
Yeah, and you
Crazy.
know what? There's still crime.
They still what?
There's still crime.
In North Korea?
Yep.
Nah, I think he
Yes,
got
sir.
them all.
Oh, sweetie.
I don't know. They scared to go to prison. They arrest your whole family.
Not you realize not everybody gets caught when they do crime?
I know they probably,
Oh,
but
okay.
most of
I
them, it's
mean,
not like it's
baby,
not
I
like
want to
over
live in your
here.
world.
It's not like over here. Let me look it up. When was the last murder in North Korea? I gotta see this.
Again, not everything's caught.
Um,
Just saying. People get killed every day and the body's never claimed. Just saying.
let me see this. Capital punishment in North Korea. Now I'm not asking about that. North Korea. It just shows me public execution.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they don't let a whole lot out.
Okay. James, hold on, look for James security. Oh, damn, they always talking about execution. Jeez.
Okay, so I put in your chat, I looked up North Korea for you.
Yeah.
In our city, we have, oh, I was talking about Mads. Hold on. Where'd my North Korea thing go? Oh, my North Korea thing didn't go. Hold on.
Yeah, let me see it.
Here. Hold on, I got it. It says common crimes, murder, rape, illegal trade, food, goods, border crossing, prostitution occur, often driven by economic hardship.
Damn.
That's
So they have
North
the same
Korea.
kind of crime we do.
That's North Korea. The only difference is they will shoot you on sight without a due
Yeah,
process.
that's why I said that's why I said it probably does
That's why
happen.
people don't
But
get caught.
I
Well,
didn't say stop.
Human
I just said
trafficking
it
is
probably
huge
does
in
happen.
those places.
you're right. And so we have you asked on
I'm
how do
trying to see when was the
we
last
stop
murder.
this crime. If you read what I put in our city, we have MAD and DADS, and it's men against destruction, defending against drugs and social disorders. The only way this crime is going to stop is if you, me, your neighbors, put a stop to it.
Yep.
And in order to put a stop to it, we have to communicate with our youth and we have to be out on the streets with them. And that's part of the problem that I'm hearing from you. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Well, so do I. So who's watching our children? Who's educating our children? Who's teaching our children right from wrong?
All the police are doing is waiting to lock them up and make a check off of them.
There you go. I
The
can
only thing
promise you that.
But I don't
The only
know.
thing the
I
police
don't
want to
know.
do or can do, some may be able at best stabilize the situation. Most of the time they make it work. So at best we'll say stabilize it. Let's not fix this shit until the
In some
community gets
cases,
out and do
though, some
shit.
cases, Christine, did you know there are many people
Not gonna change.
alive that want to? This is unnoticed and untold.
Well, there's people unalived everywhere. You know, in one of the counties that's near me, they're claiming 0 homicides in 2025. But do you know in 2025, the police killed 5 people?
Police?
There's probably more, but it was 5 that were very notable.
Yeah.
Where if they would have de-escalated, they would not have needed to shot and kill him. Especially the last one. We watched it unfold by bystanders videos and by the cop body cam. The guy had his hands pointing to the sky. No gun seen in his hand.
That's messed up.
And
Yeah.
the cops emptied a complete clip on him.
I know it happened.
Well, if we don't get the proper training and we don't get society more involved, it's going to get worse. If I rely on the police to do something, violent criminals are going to walk because our judicial system is so obsolete and they have fought for most of them to have no bail, low bail, affordable bail because that is our due process in our country. Now, do I want to live in a dictatorship like China where they tell me what I can eat, how often I can eat, what type of foods, or North Korea? Do I want my due process when
Do
I'm
you?
accused of something, my rights being taken away? That's what makes the United States so different than other countries.
You think so?
So I can't, hold on a second. So you can't say Kansas City or St. Louis, Missouri are more dangerous than any other city or state. I just told you it's one of the top 5. You can look at it yourself. And you know, per capita, and I'm talking per capita, and that's what they go by. They don't go by. Jacksonville had 10 shootings over the weekend. St. Louis had 10 shootings. Our New York had 10 shootings. It's per capita, and the per capita is either 1,000. Sometimes they'll break it down to 1,000, but in larger cities, it's normally per capita
So
per
Trump is taking away
100,000.
your right, because he got. So Trump is taking away your rights because he got Maduro?
What's that got to do with the price of beans that we're talking about?
So- I got you somewhere. Hold on.
Well, everything is estimated. You have to go by statistics or you'd never know. And like in North Korea and China, they completely hide their statistics. At least we don't.
You know what I was going to say, Christine? You know what I kind of find a little giggle is, and this is respectfully, but everybody from New York always thinks New York has the worst, like the worst bodies, the only ones that have crazy things that happen. And it's like, dude, y'all have got to step outside the rest of the country. Because I promise you, maybe at one point in time, but not anymore. New York don't hold it. There's places that surpass y'all in crime rates all the time and that are
Well,
way
I
smaller
just
than New
gave
York.
5 of them. Memphis, Tennessee is one of the worst. Oakland, California, if you're looking at per capita, there are a lot more
Blaze is from New
above
York?
New
He's
York.
from New York, Blaze?
Yeah.
He's from New York?
Yeah. Memphis, Tennessee is one of the most dangerous cities in the United States.
Yep. There's more bodies to drop there than New York any day of the week.
And again, we're talking per capita, and that's what they have to go by. They can't go by, oh, there were 10 deaths in killings in Memphis and 10 in New York. They can't go by that. They have to go by per capita. If there's 100,000 people and there were 10 in New York and there's not even 100,000 people in Memphis, let's just say there's 1,000 people per capita, Memphis is a more dangerous city. You have 1 in 60, like where I live, I have 1 in 68 chances of going outside having a violent crime committed against me. 1 in 68. Yours in New York City is probably 1 in 200 because of per capita. How many people live in those areas? That's what they go by. Per capita.
Yeah, like, you know what's crazy? Times, and Christine, if you watch my Wednesday night outreach, sometimes it's really chill, like nothing goes on. There's been times there's been shootouts. There's been times I've walked up on dead bodies numerous times. I have to Narcan. Everything you could think of happens. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, because of a lot of social situations, a lot of different multiple reasons, a lot of places, there ain't really no safe
Research.
neighborhoods. And
Yep.
and my whole city is a place where people don't want to walk to the store at night.
Some in the area I live don't want to walk to the store during the day.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say during the shit, definitely during the Portland, Weston, all that. Yeah, some motherfuckers don't
just
want to do
saying.
that.
In Blaze, you're not the only one that was talking. I never said you were from New York. You always want to make it about you.
The
I
state
don't-
with
I'm
the
not-
highest murder rates per capita consists include Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama.
I haven't been reading the
Tennessee,
comments. I guess I should.
Often topping.
Well, Blaze is saying, I'm not from New York, Christine. You don't know shit. You're right, Blaze. I don't know nothing. You're
the
absolutely right.
highest state is Mississippi.
I don't think
Right now.
anybody. I don't think. Okay, so
Yeah, we've
when
got
I
it.
talk about like the rights aspect and stuff, For me, I mean, I'm glad old boy got picked up. He deserved to get picked up. He's a bad fucking guy, right? Like, I'm not justifying that. Everybody, and I mean this in the most respectful way I can. I'm gonna be mean. Like, to me, I just think a lot of people make emotional things when they look at shit. Okay, they got him. Cool. Now, there's a lot of things that are attached to that, and there is a lot of things that could happen. I don't hope they don't, but if they do, our rights ain't even gonna be a fucking conversation. So I ain't even that. This is a way bigger conversation than all that. And I know I'm not good at putting things in words, you guys. I know I'm not, and I'm doing the best I can with like how I talk and what I know. You know what I mean? Like how to put it in a way people can understand. But you know, it's just my opinion, and I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, the highest
Blaze,
murder rate
you're
right
right,
now
but
is in Mexico.
you have to look that they do these annually. I mean, they could change weekly, but they go by annual. Nothing is done weekly. Nothing is done monthly. Everything statistically is done annually.
Dude, some weeks it's crazy, and I mean, you know, people follow me know. Some weeks, dude, it's like I said, between Christmas and New Year's Eve, dude, there were so many kids. We had a couple kids killed, lots of kids shot, lots of people shot, women, a lot of women shot, and a lot of kids shot between Christmas and New Year's Eve. It was crazy.
I know, Blaze. I know absolutely nothing. Nothing. Not one thing. I sit in my house and I do nothing.
Bumbleclad. Yeah, everybody watch. I appreciate y'all watching.
Well, I don't need to see everything on the internet. Go out and go to some of these cities and talk to some of these people and go sit in court with some of these victims. So you don't know me.
Let me post the link real quick. Copy.
I'll be right back. I need my phone to get my code.
Do
And
what you
then I'll be
gotta
right
do.
back.
Do what you gotta do, son.
Chilly here too.
So what up, Christine? Keywords. Some of the
Oh my God.
things, and I didn't plan to know.
Well, when you're telling me I don't know shit, that's telling me you don't know anything about me.
I don't know what happened. I'm speculating.
Oh, Blaze has issues with me.
I'm bad. How you do this morning?
I won't speculate. I'll talk to Boot Stamps when you're not here. I don't care to know shit about you. So there's that. If I wanted to know shit about you, I'd be a little kinder. But I don't need to know shit about you.
This went you to the left.
Emotional?
Okay.
No. I'm trying to have a conversation and you're telling me I don't know shit. And then you're trying to tell me that there's only one Kansas City. Well, there's a Kansas City, Missouri, and there's a Kansas City, Kansas. In Missouri, you're right. I was born and raised in the city of St. Louis. I have a son that recently moved back from Kansas City, Missouri. So, yeah, I know the differences. I have law enforcement, detectives, and DKs in my family. So, yeah, I know a little bit.
All right. Let's be cordial.
Yeah, there is only one Kansas City. It's on the border of Kansas and Missouri. There's no line or border that's
So are you
in
telling me
between.
there's not a Kansas City, Missouri?
Yes, like I said, it's on the border of Missouri and Kansas. It's one big
Why
city
don't you
that's
say it
on
right?
the
It's
border
not
of two
Missouri.
different states.
Okay, you realize there is a Kansas City,
Do you know
Missouri.
I drove from the East Coast to here?
I don't care.
All right, and I went through Kansas City, which is one big city on the border of two states.
That is divided by a
there's
river.
no
There
wall,
is a
there's no
Kansas City,
nothing in
Missouri.
between
Okay,
this
I'm not
city.
arguing with you.
All right,
Food
so don't
stamps.
argue.
Well, hold on, food stamps. Will you look up
Did
and
you
see
ever
if
been
there's?
to Missouri or Kansas?
Will you look?
Exactly.
Excuse me. What'd you
What we
say?
looking at? What we
Have you
looking
ever
at?
been to Missouri or Kansas?
I was born and raised in the city of St. Louis.
Okay, but it wasn't Kansas
Jesus
City, right?
fucking Christ! I said that
So,
numerous
like I said,
times.
Kansas City is on the border of 2 states. It's one big ass
Okay,
city.
food stamps. Will you tell me? Will you look up and tell me, or tell him
Yo,
that
food
there
stamps.
is
If Brooklyn
that
was
there
on the
is
border
a
of New
Kansas
York
City,
and Pennsylvania,
Missouri?
does that make it 2 separate cities?
It
No.
is Kansas City, Missouri. They pay Missouri taxes.
So how can you say
even.
Kansas City, Missouri is more dangerous than another state or city?
They're because St.
Because
Louis,
it's one big
Missouri,
city on the border.
St. Louis, Missouri, and Kansas City, Missouri are not near one another. They're opposite
No,
ends of the
you
state.
said Kansas City, Missouri is worse than another spot.
St. Louis, Missouri.
And
I
I
said
said
St.
Kansas City
Louis.
is one big state that's separate, that's on
It's not.
the border of 2
There's a
states.
state of
So do you
Kansas.
think Kansas City, Missouri is worse than Kansas City, Kansas?
I do. Look it up.
No, it's not, because it's one
Okay.
big city on 2
It's
different states.
not. There is a Kansas
Oh, my
City,
goodness.
Missouri. You pay taxes in Missouri. Your license plate is in Missouri. Your driver's license is in Missouri. Now there is a Kansas City, Kansas
Oh,
that
so
is
this
that is
imaginary line
Kansas.
makes it 2 different cities?
I didn't make the states up. Now did I?
No.
It's not like Kansas City, Missouri is on one side of the world and Kansas City, Kansas is on the other
They're in
side.
2 different states.
Yeah, but it's one big ass city on the border,
They're in 2 different
on
states.
the imaginary line
There's a river, actually, if you want to
that
look
you're
it up.
trying to use to split
There's
this
a
shit in 2.
river. There is a river, if you actually want to look it up.
Bro, like I told you, I drove from the East Coast here. I drove through Kansas City. It's
Bro,
one big
I
city
lived
on the
in
border.
Missouri.
Okay? St. Louis is not fucking Kansas City.
Do you not understand? Kansas City, Missouri
Oh my goodness, because Christine knows
is
it.
in the same state as St.
Christine got
Louis,
all the facts.
Missouri. No, you're the one that is wrong and you can't ever accept that.
Because I know what I'm talking about.
You do not think that there is a Kansas City, Missouri.
It's one big city on the border of 2 states.
It is
One
2.
city on the border of 2 states.
Okay, there is a Kansas City, Missouri. Look it up.
Exactly. Why?
Look it up.
Because it's on the border of
It is
Missouri
in Missouri.
and
It is-
Kansas.
and then there is a Kansas City, Kansas. 2 different
Because why?
2 cities.
I'm going to
There's 2
repeat it for
cities.
you for the 100 millionth time.
There's 2
That
cities
city
in
was
2
placed
states.
on the border of
Oh my
2
God.
states. Separate
Well,
states. 2
do you
separate
know there's-
states
do you
that's
know there's a-
neighboring.
Do you know there's a St. Louis, Missouri, and an East St. Louis, Illinois? East St. Louis, Illinois.
That's beside the
not,
point.
It's the same thing. There
It's not
is
the same
a
city.
Kansas,
It's a different shit. It's not the same city.
and neither is Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas
Yes, it
City,
is, because
Kansas.
it's on the border of Kansas and Missouri.
Oh. It doesn't matter if it's on the border. There, one part of it is in
So
Missouri.
explain
and
it to me. If I drive from where I am, it takes me the same amount of time to go to Kansas City, Kansas, as it does to get to Kansas City, Missouri.
no, if
The
you're coming
same
from the
amount of
East
fucking
Coast,
time. You know
no.
why? Because I drove through the motherfucker.
My son lived in
I
the
drove 23
motherfucker.
fucking hours from
I
Connecticut
don't
to here.
care.
So that's how I know.
lived in Missouri.
I'm not looking at a map. I drove through the shit.
I don't
bad,
give a
my bad.
shit. You're
All right.
confused.
So I don't give a shit what you got to say because you don't know everything,
There
Christine.
are neither.
You believe shit that you read on the fucking internet.
Look, oh my God! Look on a map. Kansas City,
Fuck outta
Missouri
here.
is in
I don't need
Missouri.
to look at the map. I drove
My
through
bad.
the fucking city.
Okay, let food stamps look on the map, or let food stamps tell you there is a Kansas City, Missouri, and a
And
Kansas
food
City,
stamps.
Kansas.
Tell me if the shit is on the border or not.
I'm not denying it's on the
All
border,
right,
but they're
it's
All right,
on-
then. So it's
two
one big
cities.
city on 2 different
No,
states,
it's
nigga.
not. It
What
is
the fuck you
2
talking
cities.
about?
It is two
Google mapped
different
it. I
cities.
Google mapped it, and it just
But
says
she's
it's
sitting
on
here
the
saying she's not
border.
gonna fucking argue with me, but she's arguing with me.
It says it's on the border, and it's Kansas City.
Fucking hypocrisy, bro.
There's a Kansas City, Missouri.
The fucking hypocrisy in these people, bro.
Missouri. It says Missouri.
There is a Kansas City, Missouri.
Let me see.
No shit. It's because it's on the border of Missouri
Yeah.
and fucking Kansas.
No,
Like I've
it's
been
because
saying
it's
for the
in
past hour,
Missouri.
nigga.
It's because
the
it's
border.
in
Oh
Missouri.
my goodness, she's gonna tell me, nigga. And I
It's
drove through the
in
motherfucker.
Missouri.
The border
I
is
Can't,
drove through the motherfucker. I
I
drove by the
lived
fucking
in the
Kansas City Royals fucking
motherfucker.
stadium. I drove through the motherfucker.
Oh my God. You drove through there and I lived there. Okay.
Oh,
Good
you
job.
lived in Kansas City?
My son did. Yeah. My son
You lived
did.
there?
I lived in
You
St.
just said you
Louis.
lived in St. Louis. Man, you didn't say you lived in
It's the
Kansas City.
same fucking state.
No,
St. Louis,
no, no,
Missouri, and
no, no,
Kansas
no,
City
no,
are in
no,
the
no, no.
same state.
Okay,
hold on.
Christine, you
Kansas
know it
City,
all.
Kansas.
You fucking made the name of the states. You made the name of the cities. You
I
put
told
the
you
Hold
I
fucking
on, hold
didn't
on,
location
make
hold on,
where
it.
hold on,
it
I
is.
hold on,
know
hold on.
my geography,
The fuck
unlike
out of here,
you.
dog.
Hold on.
The fuck out of here.
Let's get this
Unlike
straight.
you, I know my geography.
There's two
I
Kansas
know mine
cities.
too.
I know
There's
there's
two
two
Kansas
Kansas
cities.
City. One's
I
in
know mine
Missouri
too.
and
Thank you,
one's in
Lord.
Kansas. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
I know mine too.
But he's telling me it's one big city. No,
It's
it's
on
two
the border
cities.
of two
Yeah,
states.
It's two cities
So
in
this is what
two
it is.
different
This is
states.
what it is.
It's
This is what it
on
is.
the border of two
I'm
states.
not. Of course, it's on the border, but there's still
Exactly.
two
So half of
cities.
it is in Kansas and half of it is in Missouri.
And that is why one's called Kansas City, Kansas, and one is called Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri. But it's still one state though. Going by what he's saying. It's
Jesus
one
Lord,
state,
bro.
but it's separated by the border
It's not
of
one
Kansas
state, it's
City.
two states. It's
Did I
two
say it's one
cities.
state? I said it's
It,
one
no,
city
it's
in
not.
two
It's
different fucking
two
states.
cities.
Jesus Lord.
They're in different states. They may be
They're different
across
states.
from the river from one another, but they're still their own city in their own state.
It's one city in two different states.
Nope. It's
Yes, it
two
is.
cities and two
Yes, it is.
states.
Yes, it
It's
is.
two cities and two
Okay,
states.
Christine. Okay, the one that said that, I'm not going to argue with you, but you're still arguing.
I'm trying. Well, do you think that people that live in Kansas, in Kansas City, Kansas, are paying Missouri taxes?
Did I say that?
Okay, no, but I'm trying to
All
point
right,
this
then.
out
So
to you.
don't put fucking words in my mouth.
They are two
Don't put
cities
words
in
in my
two
mouth. Don't put
states.
words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, they are two cities in
Because I
two
didn't do
states.
it to you.
They are two cities in two
Don't put words in
states.
my mouth.
They are two cities in two states.
No, one city in two states.
Nope, you may look
Yes,
at
it
it
is.
as one big city, but
And
it
you
is.
may look at it as two cities, but that doesn't mean it's true.
Why would they have a Kansas City, Missouri, and a Kansas
Because
City,
Missouri
Kansas
is
if
a
it's
different
one?
state than Kansas City. Than Kansas.
No shit. But they're
All
two
right
cities.
then, but it's one
They're
city
two. No,
that
it's
is on the
not.
fucking border.
It's two cities. They
Oh my good
identify as
Lord.
two cities.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. You're right, Christine. You're the right one. I'm the
They
stupid one. I don't
identify
know
as
shit. You
two
know it all. You
cities.
know it all, and I don't know not a goddamn thing of nothing.
Hold on, let me see.
They identify as two cities.
Okay, you're right. I just said
If
you
you
won. You
live in
won. All
Kansas
right.
City,
All right. You
Missouri,
won. Bye.
you
Good
pay
night.
Kansas
Have a good
City,
night.
Missouri taxes. If you live in Kansas City, Kansas, you pay Kansas City, Kansas taxes. If you live in Kansas City, Kansas, you have Kansas license plates. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, you have Missouri license plates. It may be on the border, but they are two separate cities.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, damn, I had it.
Well, look at the map. They're two separate cities. That's why there's Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City.
And if you live in Kansas City, Kansas, you pay Kansas taxes and you have Kansas license plates. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, you pay Missouri taxes and your plates are Missouri. There is a river that divides them.
Is North Kansas City?
There's Kansas City, Kansas, and
Yeah.
Kansas City, Missouri.
And it says the border is right in the middle.
Correct. But they're
I'm
still
trying to see,
two,
like, this
they're identified as two different cities.
line border. I'm trying to see like the whole.
You can't have one city in two states. Well, that makes no sense. How do you have one city in two states? You know, when you're paying city taxes, you're paying Kansas City city taxes because they have a city tax. Just like in Kansas City, Kansas, you pay a Kansas City city tax if you work or if you live in Kansas City, Kansas, you pay city tax. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, you pay a Kansas City, Missouri city tax. And if you work, if for example, you live in Kansas City, Missouri, and you work in Kansas City, Kansas, they take out city and state taxes from Kansas. So in turn, you have to ask for a refund from Kansas and you have to pay for the city or you have to pay for Missouri. They're separate. You may look at it on a map, they're one big city, but they are two cities that are next to one another in two states. You have your city taxes, you have your state taxes. They're different.
That's a tricky situation right there.
Well, it always has been because my son lived in Kansas City, Missouri, but he worked in Kansas City, Kansas. So they took out Kansas City, Kansas city taxes and the state taxes for Kansas. And then he had to go in when he did his taxes, when they did the W-2s or W-9s or whatever, and also add on Missouri. But because he worked there, they still had to take the Kansas state tax up. And he still had to pay the Kansas City taxes in Kansas. But because he lived in Kansas City, Missouri, he had to then, in turn, write a check out for Kansas City, Missouri taxes. Because there's a lot of people that cross that river to work at the other side.
Yeah.
And one of the big things is Cisco. Cisco is a big food distribution. And he lived in Kansas City and worked he lived in Missouri and worked in Kansas.
Yeah.
But he had to write a check out every year because he lived in Kansas City, Missouri for city and state tax. And then he had to file to get Kansas City tax back and Kansas state tax back because he didn't live there, he didn't have to pay it.
That's trash.
But they're two cities.
Yeah, that's double tax.
Pardon me?
I said that's trash. You have to pay double tax.
Sure, absolutely.
That sucks.
But it's like that anywhere. If you look at Fargo and Minot, Fargo, North Dakota, and Minnesota, there's a lot of people that live in Minot or Fargo, North Dakota, and they work over there's a big city right across. And they're not going to get into the city names because that's geography.
Yeah.
But so they work in Minnesota, but they live in North Dakota. Same thing happens when you live on border cities, but it's not. When you look at it, you may think it's one big city. What's the big difference? The big difference is that they named it two different cities: Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Just trying to make a little sense here.
I don't know.
But because he drove through there, he knows.
Well, I think he lives there, so I guess.
No, he said he drove through there 23 hours.
Oh,
And it's one big city. Well, hate to break the news. I'm from Missouri. I kind of know the state. I have family that live in Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis, Missouri. 3 different cities in 2 different states. And you throw in St. Louis. Because he's arguing with me when I said Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis, Missouri. There's only one Kansas City. No, there's 2, and I'm talking about Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Kansas crime rate is not that of Kansas City, Missouri. They have totally different crime rate statistics because they're separate cities. Let's see.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
Population. Huh?
I said I never knew that it was separate.
Yeah,
I thought
they
it was
are.
like one big spot.
Okay, so population of Kansas City, Missouri. It's going back to 2024. Let's see. Kansas City, Missouri had around 516,000 people in the city itself. Okay. Now let's look up Kansas City, Kansas. Kansas City, Kansas has approximately 156,000 people. See, and like Kansas City, Missouri is called KCMO. Kansas City, Kansas is KCK, the abbreviations
Yeah.
for planes. Just
There you
saying.
go. Damn.
They can call them counterparts. He can say they're the same city. Kind of like when you go to Minneapolis, you go to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Well, they're two different cities.
I know when you look at it on the map, on Google Maps, it shows
Sure,
like
it looks
each
like one.
is
Right.
separate. Yeah.
Right, but it's not. They're two different cities. They're named two different cities.
I guess that's where like the blur line is at.
Pardon me?
I see that's where the blur line because it looks like it's one place,
Right,
but it's
but
separated by the
it's not.
border. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, separated.
And I totally get somebody who's driving through there would think it's all one. And it's technically called a bi-state metropolitan area because you got the Kansas City, Kansas, and you got Kansas City, Missouri. It's called a bi-state.
Okay, I never knew that.
It's kind of like Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah.
Two different counties.
Yeah, because
And they're called the Twin Cities because they're right across the river from one another.
he's saying it's all one city.
Pardon me?
Nah, Blaze, he wrote in the comment section that it's all one city.
No, it's not. It's two. You can't have one city in two different states. They may have the same name,
Yeah.
but there's a Missouri River there that divides the two. One side is Kansas City, Missouri. The other side is Kansas City, Kansas. It's two distinct cities. I'm reading it right here. Kansas
Yeah,
City is split in Missouri and Kansas because the Missouri-Kansas state line, part of the historic blah, 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 Missouri stuff. But then as you go down, it says that dividing the settlement that grew up the confluence at Kansas City, that Kansas and the Missouri rivers with Kansas City, KCMO, and East Kansas City, KCK on the west, creating two distinct cities sharing the same name. To say it is two cities. Kansas City, Missouri was incorporated in 1950, and Kansas City, Kansas was incorporated in 1872. Just saying. In essence, historically state boundary lines. Do what?
No, I'm reading what he's saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's two cities in two states.
Oh, that's a tricky one right there. It's a tricky one. I don't know. I'm not
Kansas City, Missouri, KCMO, significant larger in both population and area than Kansas City, Kansas. When you drive through it, you may think it's one city, but it's not. It's two cities in two states. Just because it has the same name doesn't make it one. I mean, it even states, as you read it, it creates two distinct cities. they share a name.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was that big of an argument. And then to tell me that he knows because he drove through there 23 hours to get from east to wherever he was going.
Okay, you.
They have separate government, schools, and tax systems.
I don't want to see that.
There's a state line and the rivers.
Crazy, Blaze. Oh man.
You know, I just look at it that when they decided to do this, somebody wasn't creative.
Yeah.
Now I'm a racist synthesizer. Really?
Yeah. I don't know what that about. I don't know what that.
Well, you can continue to think it's all one city. Maybe if you have children or when you have children and they go to school and learn geography, they'll learn that there's a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri. 2 distinct cities. I didn't ask Chat GPT. You can look it up. And see, there's when you lose your argument, when you start calling names. Well, someday, hopefully, your children will know more than you. That's all I can tell you. But when you start calling me names, that's when you know you're losing an argument.
Oh man.
Well, everybody knows that. You start calling names, that's when you lose an argument.
Summer. I don't know if you wanna. The chat's up top if you want to get back in. Maybe Summer knows. And she from around.
Maybe she does. Maybe she'll. Food stamps. You can look and see it states it's
I
2
know. I
different
see it.
cities.
Like, but when you do look at it, it shows one, but the borderline separates it. But
Right.
it does show like its whole.
Well, it looks just like Minneapolis, St. Paul.
I'm trying to see.
Why is Minneapolis called Minneapolis and St. Paul called St. Paul?
So
Because it's 2 different cities because a river divides it. No, I don't agree with you timing people out when you're doing it with your fifis.
Oh man. I don't know what he's talking about.
How am I being racist towards you?
No, he said when Harry was.
Because every time Harry would say something about a Puerto Rican, of their belief, he would time them out. He did the same thing with Margie, and to resolve the issue, Money gave Margie a wrench. And I really don't want to see Harry with a wrench, Blaze. And you know you're not supposed to be timing out. No, I can't read. And I'm not articulate, and I'm unintelligent.
Oh damn.
So there's that.
Who said that?
Back him up because I untimed people out that you were timing out. Do you think because it's somebody else's channel and you don't like what somebody says that you have a right to time them out because you have a wrench?
Damn.
You're going to do the same thing to me because you think I'm a racist synthesizer? Do I need to stay out of food stamps so you don't time me out? Because I see that's where it's going. Anyway, I'll drop down food stamps. I'll keep our conversations during the week when you're at work and I take my lunch break.
Christine, have a nice Sunday.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
I'll catch you. Bye. Oh. Yeah, that went. I will time him out. Oh damn. Yeah, I don't know what that went. I went left pretty fast, but I don't know what goes on in other people's stream. You know, I don't know. I don't care. It's their stream, but you know, all due respect, let's keep that shit over there. That was crazy. But yeah, Blaze, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, y'all hash that shit out. You hash it out in 2026. Damn, I finished my coffee and all that. With that being said, yeah, I'm off this. Yeah, have a good Sunday. I'll probably be back on later tonight. Yo, Blaze, I appreciate you stopping by. Christine, Summer, I'll catch y'all later and shit. Halo, Jason, Victor, all y'all. Peace.